Good morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Carrera. Today is Thursday, July 27th, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. The first practice of training camp is officially in the books, and we already have conflicting reports when it comes to the quarterbacks. Multiple people said that Trey Lance looked significantly better than Sam Darnold, but Brad Graham of the SF Niners had things a lot tighter and said that Lance was only slightly better than Mr. Ghostbusters himself. A word of advice as we embark on this wild mystery tour that is training camp. Just be careful where you get your information, all right? Be aware of biases, and we all have them, including me. Just know, going in, David Lombardi is going to be more pro Purdy and more pro Sam Darnold than he is more pro Trey Lance. Someone like Grant Cohn, going to be more pro Trey Lance. That's just how these things are. And the best thing that you can do as a fan to be informed is to read recaps from multiple people and decide for yourself what actually matters. One thing I will tell you that what you can get here and nowhere else is actual audio from the players and coaches themselves. Let that help you when you're trying to make your decisions. And speaking of that, let's go to Deebo Samuel, who offered a very interesting answer when he was asked if he was relieved that Brock Purdy had been cleared for practice.
I mean, yeah, quarterback competition is gonna be it's gonna be a really good one. Trey's you asked me, Trey's got better since the last time I saw him from due to his injury. He's got better, so I'm excited to see how this camp gonna go.
Did you catch that? He was asked if you're relieved that Brock Purdy is cleared to practice, and he said the quarterback competition is going to be really good, and Trey Lance has gotten a lot better. That's an interesting little twist. Maybe there is more of a quarterback competition than we thought. I don't know. And how exactly has Lance gotten better? Well, believe it or not, we actually got a follow-up question from the 49ers press corps about that exact thing.
The way the ball is coming out, he used to throw the ball kind of hard a lot. But he kind of got a great touch to his ball now. He's more comfortable. He's more relaxed back there. And he's looked a little bit more poised to me.
Oh, okay then. Deebo, I like that. I love concrete examples of how somebody has gotten better and stuff like that, because that's something that we can actually watch for ourselves when we see that guy get to play. I love that. Thank you very much, Deebo, and thank you, 49ers press corps, for a very rare follow-up question. I think the practices when Brock Purdy is out there are going to be fascinating. Remember, he's never going to, I shouldn't say never, he's not going to practice 3 days in a row for a little while. So it's going to be 2 days on and then off. But when he's out there, like, regardless of what people say, there's real pressure on all of these quarterbacks to go out there and play well. Trey and Sam are trying to save their careers and win a starting job. And Brock is trying to hold on to a starting job that he never would have had the chance to get if people didn't get injured last year. So they're all going to be under the microscope. They're all going to feel the pressure. When they're all out there, it is going to be on. And I can't wait to see it. Now, one last soundbite that I wanted you to hear, and it's from George Kittle. He was asked yesterday if players are aware of how the roster is going to change after this season because of the salary cap and players getting too expensive. Listen to George Kittle.
That's something that our team is very aware of. We have a lot of highly paid players on this team who have earned that money. And you can only pay so many guys. And we know that, some of those guys are kind of at the end of their contracts, the end of the guarantees, and that's when kind of, things start to move. So yes, we're very aware of that. I don't think it's something that, hey, we have a team meeting where we're like, hey, like, this is it. But like, our vet guys, we understand that, some we kind of talked about in OTAs. It'll be mentioned throughout training camp. We're aware of that. We know that, we have a fantastic team. We need to win games.
I think that's a good thing, honestly. I think they recognize where they are as a team, and I think it could be a motivating factor for them this season. And don't underestimate that. Look, it's really, really hard to go to the NFC Championship game, lose, and then have to start all the way at the bottom of the mountain the following season. It's hard to do that. It's hard to do it a single time, let alone 3 times in the last 4 years. I think that that urgency, knowing that this core is going to eventually have to be split up, could be a special and new kind of motivating factor that they didn't have before. And it could help this year's team, just this year's team, make that leap one more time. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Thursday. Grant Cohn had a great write-up of the good, bad, and ugly of the first practice of training camp. He does it after every practice. I highly recommend it. It's very informative. Now, just know Grant can be a little hyperbolic, let's just say. And so, you got to take it with a little bit of a grain of salt, but there are definitely things to be learned from reading it. One thing to watch, Christian McCaffrey did not practice yesterday. Now, Kyle Shanahan said that they're just, wanted to give him a rest day and, it's no big deal. But we've seen how this team has talked about injuries and handled injuries in the past. So it'll be really interesting to see if he is out there today on Thursday. One thing you may have missed, this doesn't affect any of us. It only affects the media covering the 49ers, but they have to park in a different place on Friday than normal, and they need to get special permission from the team to do it. Why, you ask? Because Taylor Swift is in town for a concert, baby, and the Swifties bow to no one. Sorry, 49ers media. Sorry, spreadsheet. Park your car over there. Taylor Swift is here, baby. I love it. Fantastic. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, so go Taylor. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody. Be sure to check out our new website, goldstandardniners.com, for more on these stories and everything else happening in 49ers land that actually matters. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk tomorrow.